Delaying your success by waiting for the perfect time to start. A lot of people that wait for the perfect product, for the perfect business, for perfect idea, for the perfect content, oftentimes never start because it will get them to the process of overthinking, process of thinking, oh, the things they don't have, what and what, and before you know it, they talk themselves out of getting started. So at times, quantity works in your favor starting out. Having to keep putting out yourself, quantity in your product, showing up, getting that product started, because in the long run, nobody has it perfect. The people that you're looking at and feeling, oh, these people are already pros, already proficient, already doing so much. They started out not even knowing what to put. Nobody started out having it all figured out. Nobody started out perfect. You have to just keep tweaking it, showing up, because in the long run, consistency matters. And that is not to say that you having to wait until you have the right lighting, having to have packaging. It's more about having the right mindset, knowing that what you have is what people are looking for. If it's a solution that could help somebody, get it out, get started on that project. You don't have to keep shortchanging yourself by talking yourself out to say, oh, you don't have the right light, you don't have the right gadgets. People are not encouraging you. Get started, even if it sucks. Condition your mind that it will suck, but you have to just work with the feedback you get, the products you release. If it is not working, that is why it's out there. With the reviews that you get, you keep tweaking it. I remember starting out as an entrepreneur, and it was in a plaza, and a lot of people, other businesses that fizzled out. One, I could tell you for free that one of the things that happened to those businesses were that most of them, they approached casually. They were not consistent enough. Some think that until you start, everything has to be perfect. You open up, people are rushing you, people are all over you. But that's not the way it works, because starting out, nobody knows you. And you have to just keep showing up for people to first identify with your brand. People are coming to know you and like you. And if they feel, oh, they can resonate with your brand, they can then want to collaborate and also do business with you. So that is why you have to keep putting out yourself there. If it's content, keep putting that out, showing up every day, because you never can tell who is looking up to you. And the thing about those businesses were that the day they might decide to take break, oh, they've not had sales in 2 days, and the next day they decide to lock up shop and not show up, might just be the day a customer will show up. And guess what? Once they come there and they find that the shop is closed, they're looking for the next alternative. What are the chances that this person will come back another day looking for them? Next to zero. So that is why you have to properly position yourself. Consistency, because when you keep doing things over and over again, you could actually get better at it, because repetition breeds mastery. Because once you repeat something to the point that you know it at the back of your finger, that even if you're waking up from sleep, you can do the same thing, you can repeat it. That means that you've become a pro at it. So you have to work on that, take massive action, because starting out, nobody knows you, nobody knows your product, nobody knows your brand. So you have to position yourself to the point that you create that success, that luck that others say, oh, they were just lucky. You have to do it yourself. And that is by you showing up when it's convenient. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't overthink the process. Just show up. Just keep tweaking it until you get it right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't talk yourself into saying, oh, the aesthetics has to be a certain way. People are not looking for aesthetics. So long as it can solve a problem, they're just looking for the solution. They're trying to tap into your knowledge. And it's the knowledge economy. You have something that people need. You have something that people are willing to even pay for. And oftentimes, people don't know that the knowledge that they have is what people are willing to pay for. And it might shock you that the knowledge you have, once you package it into an ebook, you package it into a product, people are willing to buy that. So long as it solves a problem, it provides a solution, people are willing to actually go out of their way. So don't shortchange yourself. Stop delaying your success by trying to get perfect before you get started, because in the long run, you might not. And think about the opportunities you might also miss, because people are not seeing you, brands are not getting to know you, people that could collaborate with you don't know about these things that, yes, they exist in your head, but you've not been able to translate it and position yourself rightly as a person who has this knowledge that people, brands are willing to work with. So put yourself out there. Quantity, the good ones, the bad ones, the not so good ones, because the not so good ones that you might feel this post is not right, it didn't get proper engagement, might just be what someone is looking for. And the day they might decide to take you seriously, come to, let's say, your page, and they go through your content looking for something to binge, but because you've been overthinking it, you don't have enough content for them to look through. So stop delaying your success. Make it so much so that you are able to win by putting yourself out, just getting started. Every day tell yourself you are going to do it, you're going to repeat it, you're going to master it. Take massive action until people recognize, once they see your name, once they see your face, once they hear your voice, they know what you're talking about. And until you're able to get good at it, because at times clarity meets you on the way of progress. Don't wait for clarity, because that's also another point that people get it wrong. They try to get everything figured out to say, oh, they're waiting for clarity on what to get started out with. Start out with, even if it's random. Talk about this today, talk about this, talk about this. See what resonates with people, see what works. With that, you're able to go back to the drawing board, keep tweaking it, working with the feedback, working with the reviews, and you see that you win. This is me rooting for you. I hope that you are able to make something out of it. Be consistent. Quantity over quality matters, and nobody has it all figured out. The pros that you're seeing, they started out not knowing how to be proficient. Just keep showing up, just keep being consistent, just keep tweaking it, and you see that you've created the odds in your favor to win. This is me rooting for you, and I hope you get started. What is it that you've been holding back on? What would you want to get started with? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.